Hello everyone and welcome back. Welcome to another crafty decor adventure. Olivia or Olivia's from me.com, and in today's video I'm over the moon excited to share with you 12 DIY Dollar Tree Winter Wonderland kind of glam decor crafts. Okay, so this is another episode in my huge I Love Christmas series. Listen, I love to share with you guys how you can make your home's boutique gorgeous on a budget. Y'all don't have to break the bank to have a fabulous, amazing home. Now, we're about mid-December. We're moving into the Christmas holiday, and we're probably still decorating. If you guys are like me, I decorate all the way up until Christmas pretty much, especially when I have guests coming over. But what do you do after Christmas? Well, these are some ideas you guys can implement into your home, glittering things up and making things just a little jazzy so we're not so down, you know, once we take all of our Christmas decor down. It gives us something to do when everything's really cold and you may be getting snowed in. Hey, also don't forget to check out the rest of my I Love Christmas series playlist. I'm going to link in the description box for you guys below. We're going to do a huge Valentine's Day series coming up because I'm a true romantic at heart. And also I would love to have you guys pop over to my Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook page. I have a free group page that I created for you. I run it myself. I do all of my stuff myself. I'm a one-woman show. So give me grace if I don't approve everybody's post on time, but I do my best every day to pop in there and hang out with you guys. And I love what I'm seeing over there. And listen, it is just a positive vibes only page for you all to post photos of your home decor and DIY projects. And that's my Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook group page. And I post several DIY videos also on my Facebook group, or on my Facebook page, Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook. Hey, and also if you want to plug in to my good morning prayer card, kind of cup of coffee in the morning, I just do a quick little Instagram story every morning for you guys, wishing you a good morning and sharing my Dollar Tree prayer cards. That's where I get those prayer cards at. I know a lot of you guys have asked, but they're Dollar Tree prayer cards and they're usually in the checkout aisle section. You can also pop onto Amazon and find some similar kind of ones. And then most of my mugs are from the thrift store or Hobby Lobby or TJ Maxx. If you want to know about my coffee mugs, I'm trying to think of a couple of other little things, but I also have an Amazon store. I'll link that in the description box for just the jazzy little things I like to pop on and grab from Amazon. So I love y'all. Let's get into this video. Without further ado, go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting.
Elegant, beautiful, kind of glam winter wonderland wreath. I'm going to take this wreath base. I found this frosted wreath base at Walmart. It was $12.99, and then I'm going to take 2 rolls of the Dollar Tree deco mesh. It's white and then also the gold, and I'm just taking them together, and then I'm going to add them into the wreath. So I'm making about 12 to 14 inch poofs, and I'm just taking the evergreen and I'm wrapping them over on themselves and then pulling a little poof out and then taking the evergreen branches and wrapping them over on themselves. And I'm doing this just to give the wreath a little bit of zhuzh, but I really don't want to add too much of the deco mesh because this frosted evergreen wreath base is just so beautiful and I really want it to show off, especially with this kind of frosted look that I'm going for, just kind of this soft winter glow. And I'm going to be adding in some pretty ornaments and also some beautiful ribbons. Now here is what my wreath looked like after I added the mesh, and really the mesh is optional. You could always just add some ribbon or leave out that part. I'm also going to give my mesh a good fluff-a-duff. That helps it really kind of stand on end. And you guys, I really do like a very extra kind of fluffy wreath. And the next thing I want to do is measure out my Dollar Tree ribbon. Now this is the Dollar Tree ribbon that is not wired, and I'm just going to measure from my hand to my elbow, and then I'm going to take the ribbon and loop it over on itself. This is what I call the Olivia bow. I created this bow out of a need to make a bow that was super duper easy, and because I honestly cannot make a bow or could not make a bow, I think I've gotten a little bit better now, but you're just going to take this ribbon and loop it over on itself, and I use the entire roll of Dollar Tree ribbon when I'm making a wreath. And then you're going to find your center, and then what I want to do, I'm going to cut a little notch in each side of this ribbon. I want to give give my ribbon and my pipe cleaner something to grip onto, especially because this ribbon is not wired and I want to pull these ribbon loops out to make a nice full fluffy bow. So I'm taking a pipe cleaner and I'm going to take the pipe cleaner and just wind it and just kind of wind it around the center part until I get a couple of twists here, and then I can go ahead and pull those ribbon loops out. And this is going to be the secret to your bow, is pulling those ribbon loops out, and make sure you get each ribbon loop out, give it kind of a little bit of a twist and a good fluff it up. Now you don't really have to panic with some of this Dollar Tree ribbon. It's nice and stiff, and so it really holds its bow shape very nice and well, but you do have to play with it a little bit until you get a nice shape, and then you can create some little tails. Now I do have some Hobby Lobby ribbon on hand that had this same pretty blues in it, so I'm going to make the same style ribbon. Again, you're just going to take the ribbon and wrap it over on itself. So you continue to do that. I do this 6 times or until I have 3 loops on each side. And this ribbon also is wired. I got this on discount at Hobby Lobby. Hey, you guys, check your local craft stores right now. They have holiday ribbon, and a lot of it is very friendly to a winter wonderland. And also think about Valentine's Day crafts. That red ribbon is going to work great for that Valentine's Day crafts. So think ahead, guys. Now you can take a pipe cleaner and just wrap it over on itself. Give it a nice little twist here. I did make this ribbon a little bit bigger than my first bow because this is going to go back behind my Dollar Tree ribbon. Okay, now I'm going to attach it to my wreath very soon here. I'm just checking it out, making sure it's large enough. We have to have a nice big full fluffy bow. So I'm going to take all these loops and pull them out. Now I did detach the pipe cleaner from this bow because I have a trick I'm going to show you. It's a nice little hack. I'm not sure if I've showed this hack to you guys yet, but this is another fun little way to create some awesome tails. So with this bow, I only have one really long tail, but we're going to give this bow a nice big long tail. I'm going to show you guys how. You're going to take a piece of ribbon and just wind it out really, really far because we want a big, pretty nice long tail. Cut this ribbon off, and then what I want to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to tie these 2 bows together. So our Dollar Tree bow, it still has its pipe cleaner. Here's the original pipe cleaner from the Dollar Tree bow. You're going to attach that to the other big fluffy bow. And that's going to make it look like, wow, you're this massively awesome bow maker, which you are. You've learned how to make a bow. It's super easy. So once that's attached, then you take this tail, wrap it around your wreath, and the center point of both your ribbons, because your ribbons are now all attached together, you just tie your bow on really tight with that tail. So you've given your ribbon a tail and you've found your way to attach your bow. So this works really well with ribbon that's just kind of easy to work with. It's not going to fray easily. I don't do this all the time, but this is a little hack I wanted to share with you guys. If you have kind of this silky, easy to work with ribbon, which this ribbon happens to be easy to work with. Again, I don't do this all the time, but I thought I'd show you guys something fun and new. Okay, the next thing I want to do is add in some pretty little kind of winter wonderland ornaments. Again, I want to show you guys some transitional pieces. We've done a lot of red decor. I love it. My house is decorated in a ton of red. But for everybody doing kind of some winter wonderland, champagne golds, this is really a beautiful idea. And I do have some of this left over in my stash from some of my past ornaments and different whatnots. So I'm just going to hot glue these big pretty ornaments into this wreath, and I'm just going to kind of space them evenly, putting one at the top, one at the side, one at the base. And again, these, I didn't go out and spend any money on any of these guys. So dig into your craft stash, see what you guys already have to do some winter wonderland stuff. And hey, if you don't have these on hand, paint some of your red ornaments white. Now let's add some romance to this wreath, and we're going to add in some beautiful roses. These roses you can pick up on Amazon, 30 of them. Now they are foam, but hey, unless somebody's going to come up and call the rose police on you, I'm not opposed to using foam roses. They look really realistic and they're beautiful. Pop those into your beautiful arrangements, and you can use them alongside some more realistic looking roses. I'm a fan. So order them on Amazon. I have them linked in my Amazon store. Now pop some little cute Dollar Tree blue ornaments in, and that's going to tie in your blue. I don't decorate with a lot of blue, so I don't have a lot in my craft stash. If I do more, I may get some blue paint out and maybe paint some blue ornaments, and that might be an upcoming DIY you guys may see me do. But I'm going to kind of fake some of the blue look with some silver ornaments, and I'm trying to look at my ribbon and pull some of those colors as well. So I'm popping in some silver and some of that kind of burnished gold, and I did end up adding kind of some burlap colors as well. And here is what my lovely Winter Wonderland Champagne Blues and Gold wreath looks like. Listen, I have never done a lot of blue, but I am absolutely in love with this. I think it's fabulous and beautiful, and I think I may be giving this to my son's girlfriend, Skylar. We did a DIY together a couple of weeks ago, and she chose this blue, so I'm thinking she may actually really like this, and I hope she doesn't see this video, but I think that she might be able to use this in her bedroom and hang this on her wall, or maybe in her bathroom. I think it would be really beautiful. So I'm thinking because she chose this ribbon when she did a bow, she may really like this. So also, I want to let you guys know, a lot of you all ask what I do with a lot of my DIY projects, and I give them away. The extra ones that I have, I give them to my family and my friends. I bless them. I hope it blesses their homes. And I decorate with them. So have fun with it. Go for it. Get out your glue guns. Have fun crafting. Bless your family members, or start a little Etsy business. You never know. The sky is the limit. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, we're going to take this Peace on Earth sign, some white paint, and this beautiful sparkling glitter. And this iridescent glitter is to die for. If you all love a really sparkly look, the iridescent kind of picks up and reflects so many kind of different like pale colors. You guys are going to love this. So I'm just going to take this sponge brush and I'm going to sponge brush some paint onto this Peace on Earth Dollar Tree sign. It's a wooden sign. It does absorb paint fairly quickly, and I will tell you that the Dollar Tree sponge brushes are a little bit flimsy. I'm not sure I was a super big fan of this, but for the life of me, I've lost my larger paintbrush. It is floating around in my craft stash, and I'm going to promise you guys, we have an organization video for crafting supplies coming up because my craft supplies are wacky, wonky, and crazy. And I know you guys have to be there with me if you've been crafting along at all, but it's so fun to craft during seasonal decor time, and there's just no time for organizing just quite yet, although it's on my to-do list, and I do organize every week. Anyway, on to the Mod Podge. We're going to Mod Podge some glitter onto this Peace on Earth sign, and I am going to be very careful with my Mod Podge. I'm going to cover each little spot, so you can see I'm being a little bit tedious, but I really want to make sure that when I go in to cover this, that I hit it once with the glitter and it's all the way on there. So I'm just going to go very carefully and do this in sections. Sometimes I get impatient and sloppy with my Mod Podge or glue, and then it doesn't get covered all the way. So that's a little tip from me to you. If you can get yourself to calm down and be patient, apply the glue, glitter a little spot, and then go back in and apply it again. Also let your paint dry all the way because the paint will attract the glitter. I hope that makes sense. So you can see right here, I just did this little section and then it covered all the way. And so then I'm going to be patient and I'm going to Mod Podge some more. And also, you guys don't have to use Mod Podge honestly, and I tell you guys this every time, I don't know why I always forget to pick up regular Elmer's glue, but that glue works just as well with this glitter. I just don't have it in my craft stash. I need to grab some Elmer's glue, but I have this Mod Podge, so I'm using that. Use what you guys have, go for it, have fun, get creative, get out your glitter and paint, and get to crafting. And here is how our beautiful Peace on Earth sign turned out. Oh my goodness, honestly, this is by far one of my favorite glitters out there. If you guys can see, it almost reflects a little bit of pink. When I sold pink Christmas goodies on Etsy, I use this glitter all the time, and you can get it at Walmart. So definitely check for that. And oh my goodness, I just love getting glittery and having fun with it and going for it. And glitter also covers a multitude of crafting mess ups. So if you have some wonky paint, cover it with glitter. If you have some wonky situations happening with your crafting, cover it with glitter. I'm a fan. Okay, for the next Dollar Tree DIY, take one of those Dollar Tree canvases. Now, I'm using this Deco Art paint pen, but listen, you guys, Dollar Tree has paint pens, and you don't even have to use a paint pen. You could just use a marker on this, seriously. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint a little Christmas tree, and give me some grace here because I'm painting this freehand upside down. Now, I'm going to paint a little kind of, well, they say it's like a Deco Art Christmas tree, but basically I'm just painting some kind of little wacky lines here, little brush strokes here. I'm painting just some wispy Christmas tree lines, and really you guys can't mess this up. Just kind of move your brush in a downwards motion. You can create a little tree base and just make it kind of like a little fan happening. Now the paint pen, you have to kind of shake and then press down to let that paint kind of drop down. It can be a little bit frustrating at times, but with a canvas, it's a lot more forgiving. Sometimes when I'm using it on a plate, I get frustrated with it, but on a canvas, you guys can have a little bit more forgiveness on it. But continue to move it downwards, and hey, a marker works just fine. So if you guys have a gold marker, a gold Sharpie, that will work too. Whatever you guys have that you want. And also, hey, this doesn't have to be gold. Whatever color you guys want to make your Christmas tree. I am making a Christmas tree. Did I say that in the beginning of this DIY? That's what we're doing. We're making a glamorous, fabulous Christmas tree. So I have been taking some acrylic painting classes. And so this was kind of my idea. I've been wanting to share this with you guys for a while. But I've had this idea in my mind to make like a really sparkly kind of glam, almost modern inspired piece of art. I want to put this on my beauty space in my bedroom. I have like a little beauty table, and I wanted to make it all sparkly and fabulous. I don't have any Christmas decor in there yet. So anyway, I'm putting some Mod Podge on my tray and some white paint. So I'm going in with a little inexpensive paintbrush. I get them from Walmart or Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to gently paint some wispy white lines down the sides of my Christmas tree. So again, you're just kind of going in and just gently painting in a downwards motion with some wispy white lines. I'm not a super great painter, so giving a painting instruction is a little bit tricky here for me, but I hope you guys can more see by the demonstration visually on the video. I hope that helps. And so then once I have like an adequate amount of white lines here, I'm going to switch to the Mod Podge and just add in some Mod Podge. And really, I'm going to cover up a lot of the white lines with glitter. I kind of really like the way that this looks now looking back on camera. I may go back in and do some of these on a bigger canvas to put in my bedroom. And that was actually the idea of what I had in my head to do for this, was to do like a really giant canvas. So think about doing this like on a giant canvas. I'm not sure, I haven't priced them out, but maybe at the craft store you could get like a blank canvas and do something like this. Maybe we'll do that in an upcoming DIY. I don't think it would be super hard to do. And also think about customizing this in your color. So maybe you would want to do this in a green Christmas tree or pink or purple, whatever suits your fancy. So then once I had this a little bit more covered, with the Mod Podge, I went in just like with some sprinkling of gold and silver. And I have never done this craft before, so I was a little bit generous with my gold and silver, and I didn't really think that as much of the glitter was going to stick as it did, but it stuck like glue. And so this was just gold and silver kind of flake glitter that I picked up at Walmart, and I've never used this glitter before. Usually I just use the iridescent glitter. So, but I was pretty pleased with the results. I thought it came out really glam and fabulous and sparkly. And when I say sparkly, wow, this glitter really sparkles a lot. But as you guys can see, but not very much of it came out, so you really couldn't see a lot of the white lines that I had painted on there. So I even kind of went back in and like touched up a little bit of it, but check out how sparkly it is. I was really excited about that factor of it. So, you know, just fun times here. You guys could modify this however suits your fancy, and I'll be excited to see how you guys do this and post in my Facebook group. I did 2 of these. So I kind of have a little matching pair for however I want to decorate my little glam bedroom spot. I hope you guys are liking it or feeling inspired. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you guys how to do a really glamorous, beautiful bell. So I'm going to take one of these Dollar Tree Christmas bells, and these are at my Dollar Tree right now. I had some of you guys asked, and I'm just going to cover it with some white paint. I did another one of these that I didn't paint, and I just glammed up in a different way, but I wanted to share with you guys how you can glam up one of these. So I'm just going to take my Dollar Tree sponge brush and cover it with a nice, generous layer of white paint. Once I have it covered with white paint, I wanted to go in with a layer of Mod Podge. So really you can use any Mod Podge and glitter. Really customize it to suit your fancy, and you really want to let the paint dry. I didn't let the paint dry all the way, so my Mod Podge ended up getting a little bit goopy, but that's just a little side note from me to you. Sometimes I learn things crafting along the way, trial and error that I can pass along to you guys. And also think about whatever color of glitter that you guys are decorating with. I chose this iridescent glitter. It's from Walmart, and because I'm kind of trying to share with you guys some different, like more winter wonderland ideas. So transitional craft crafts that you guys can start to use maybe even after Christmas. But if you guys are still decorating for Christmas, you also could do silver bells, red bells, you know, whatever color you guys love that you suits your fancy. Pink, blue, purple, green. Go for it, you guys. Make a sparkly Christmas bell or whatever suits your fancy, or this glam bell. So anyway, I covered this entire bell. I just wanted it to be fabulous and glittery and sparkling, and I love this iridescent glitter. It really picks up the light. It sparkles and shines, and it looks so fabulous. It almost has like a pink sheen to it. So once my glittering had dried, and it took all day long because I put such a generous layer on there, I decided to mix it in to match the wreath that I had created, and I'm just making a quick little tuxedo bow. So you just take a bow, loop the ribbon together, and then pinch it off in the center with a pipe cleaner. I'm taking this oversized Dollar Tree pre-made bow. I like this burlap. It also matches in with the blue bow. It has kind of like a little bit of a burlap color in it. I'm hot gluing that pre-made bow first, and then I'm going to take this bling wrap. I wanted to add the bling wrap to the base of the bell. Again, this is mixing in with some of the other DIYs that I've created. So I'm adding this bling wrap to the base of the bell. I'm doing kind of some Glam Winter Wonderland ideas for you guys. You also could just use ribbon on this or leave it plain. It's up to you. These are just my ideas to inspire you all. I'm going to hot glue underneath this. There's a little lip that gives you the place to kind of add in some other doodads. So I'm adding in that little blue bell and then hot gluing the extra bit of bling wrap underneath that, and then tying that on top of, not tying, but hot gluing over that so it kind of all sticks in together is what I'm trying to say. But I want to accent the blue ribbon in with the brown ribbon just to kind of tie it in with the whole winter scene that I'm going for. So I created a wreath that is going along with this. I like to share with you guys how you can like decorate a whole little space with all of my creations. So I hope it gives you guys some ideas to get creative and have fun and go for it. Always customize things to suit your decor colors. Now here are some beautiful jewels from totallydazzle.com. You guys have to go check out their website. Natalie is super sweet. She's a small business. And she sells her jewels like so cheap. I don't even know how she sells them so cheap, but they're like $1.50 each. And if you've ever priced them, I used to sell really glamorous, beautiful things on Etsy, and they're so expensive to buy. So here is how it looks with this beautiful jewel on here. I'll leave a link in my description box below to Natalie's jewels site. How gorgeous did this turn out? It looks so pretty next to my little glam wall art, and then the beautiful wreath. Oh my goodness, I'm really crushing on kind of this glam winter wonderland. So fun and fabulous. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you guys how you can dazzle up a Dollar Tree little hand towel. So this hand towel is going to be completely impractical, but I'm going to share with you guys how to make it really fabulous. So I'm going to take one of those little Dollar Tree Winter Wishes hand towels and then just this pretty ribbon that I had left over for some other projects, and I'm going to hot glue the ribbon on the back. And then you're going to want to kind of tuck under that little extra piece, and this is just like a little hand towel that you can place on top of your guest towel. So you'd want to place it over a towel that they would actually be able to use. So this is really decorative and fancy, which, you know, you can have something really pretty and decorative and fancy as long as something practical is underneath it that your guests can actually really use. I think they can go around something really fancy. Then just wrap your ribbon around and then just kind of glue it like over to where it's not where you don't want to see the glue seam too much, but you want it to hold on to there, and do it really gently. You don't want to burn yourself. And then you're just going to kind of wrap it again very gently around until it meets the other seam. Give yourself a little bit of extra room because you are going to want to tuck it under. You don't want a frayed edge. Now you're not going to be able to wash this, and you're going to really hope that no kids come in with spaghetti on their hands and decide to wipe their hands on it. But if they do, it is not the end of the world. It's a $1 towel and some ribbon and a jewel. So really just relax, everybody. But tuck it under, give it a nice little hot glue, and then take a look at it. I think it's looking pretty cute so far. Now, I wanted to go in with a little bit of extra scraps. And remember, we've been using a lot of this bling wrap. We had a little tiny scrap left over. No bling wrap scraps left behind, you guys. So we're going to add a little bit of bling wrap here. Now, be careful with your bling wrap because there's not much to latch onto, so it's easy to burn yourself. But you're going to add a tiny little bitty bit of hot glue in and around the top part of it. Be careful. You don't want to overdo your hot glue when working with bling wrap because it's easy to show through and it's going to look really goopy. So just a little note there. Okay, so here's how it's looking, and I'm really loving it. But you guys know, I know there could be something extra we could add. You guys know it. A beautiful bling jewel from totallydazzled.com. You guys, Natalie's the best. Order off her site. She's got the sweetest little personality, and she's a small business. Anyway, I love her, and her jewels are totally dazzling, super cheap. Okay, so we're going to add that with some hot glue. Also, I'm going to leave her link in the description box below for you guys. And how dazzling and fabulous did this come out? Oh my goodness, I think this is so cute. Winter wishes. Now think about this popped, draped over a pretty little hand towel in your bathroom, or maybe you could just have it tucked out of a basket. Maybe you have like a couple of toilet paper rolls in a pretty little basket. You wouldn't even have to necessarily add it to your hand towels. As always, comment and let me know what was your favorite DIY in this video and which one will you be recreating. It is such a blessing and an honor to have you all here. I can't wait for the next video. Garden. So I'm going to start out with one of the Dollar Tree party bowls. You can use them as a candy dish. I'm also going to use 2 of the round disc styrofoams and 4 different varieties of Dollar Tree succulents. I also use 2 packets of the Faux snow and 1 packet of the Dollar Tree acrylic gems. So to get started, I'm just going to take the Dollar Tree styrofoam disc and I'm going to add a generous layer of hot glue into the base of my candy bowl. I'm then going to add my styrofoam disc into the base and give it just a second or 2 to dry. I'm going to add another layer of hot glue and then add the next disc on top of that. And these round discs are going to be in the craft section and they fit perfectly into the candy bowl. The candy bowl is acrylic and it is in the party section at Dollar Tree. The next thing I wanted to do was add some of the fake snow in and around the base of the candy bowl. I didn't want to add too much of a layer on top of the styrofoam because I wanted to have room to poke the little succulents in to the styrofoam disc. So basically we want to create a very winter wonderland scene for our succulents, which probably isn't a natural place for a succulent to grow, but I just thought it would be a fun idea since these are Faux succulents anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and remove them from their original container and pop them into the new container that is going to have this very winter wonderland sparkling vibe. I also have these faux gems and acrylic rhinestone bead type things, and I'm just going to kind of put them in and around the base of the succulents. I thought that would give it just kind of a bit of a sparkling effect, and you all can really get creative with this aspect of it. So I chose 4 succulents for my little faux winter succulent garden. I'm just going to pop them all in, and this is how they looked once I had them all popped in to the little styrofoam base. And then I just started to add even a little bit more sparkle and shine, which you all know I love my sparkle and shine. So I'm adding a little bit more of the Dollar Tree acrylic gems in and around the base of my little succulent garden. It's a subtle effect, but it really does give it that kind of winter wonderland effect. And then here is how it looks actually popped in outside of my house. We have real snow, lo and behold. I had so much fun. Benji Bear had so much fun playing it, my little puppy dog, and so fun and fabulous. So for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to share with you all how to make a DIY Dollar Tree winter wreath. We are going to use a Dollar Tree styrofoam wreath base for this, 3 mop duster heads, and then we're also going to use some Dollar Tree snowflake ornaments. These I found in the Christmas section. So to create this wreath, I'm going to use the Dollar Tree styrofoam wreath base, and for that one I just needed 3 of the dusters, and I ended up even cutting one of them in half. I'm going to start out by gluing my duster, my microfiber duster, to the wreath base and then gently wrap it around. So you're going to have a little bit on the back that's not going to be covered, but that's okay because you're really not going to see that. So you're going to add a layer of glue here in the center, and then as you wrap it around, you're going to kind of want to add another layer of glue towards the back and very gently wrap it around and add glue as you go. Be careful not to burn yourself. Here is how it should look once you have 2 of the microfiber dusters added, and you're just going to continue to add those. And then here is how it looks once you get the last one added, which you're going to have to cut in half. And beware, when you cut these, they make a huge mess. So be ready with a vacuum on hand or a mop and broom. Just a little note for you guys from me to you. I'm going to continue to finish it off by adding more dabbles of hot glue. Make sure you get it all glued on really nice, so it's nice and full and fluffy. And I am telling you what, you guys, these are so fun and fabulous. I was so happy to see the Dollar Tree was carrying these microfiber dusters, because if you love a little glam winter wonderland after Christmas, pick up a few of these, you guys. They're so perfect for glam winter wonderland, or winter wonderland in general. Now the next thing I wanted to do was attach some of these little snowflakes, and these just came in the Christmas section, and they come 2 to a pack, so I'm using 4, and I'm just hot gluing them to my winter wreath, and I'm kind of spacing them evenly around the wreath. And then you guys can really get creative with this part. You can add any color of ribbon to kind of loop around to make a hanger. I decided to go with a cream colored ribbon, and it's going to match my little snowflakes, kind of sticking with the winter wonderland theme, but really get creative and match your decor. The other thing I added were some dazzling jewels from totallydazzled.com. You guys know I love Natalie. She's a little small business, so I definitely encourage you to support her. And her jewels are so inexpensive. They're about $1.50 each, so they're really nice and high-end and beautiful, and she has so many different ones to choose from. I'm going to link Natalie's totallydazzled.com website down below for you guys to go check out if you need some really beautiful jewels to craft with. If you don't want to purchase those jewels, you guys could also use some maybe jewelry that you have in your stash, or you could even skip that part, but I think it's a nice little touch if you guys really like that ultra over-the-top fabulous glam look. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you all how to create a DIY Dollar Tree mirrored box. So these are absolutely fabulous and so easy to create, and you guys can really make them look beautiful with whatever type of decor you pop inside and however you decide to decorate outside of them. So I'm starting out with a Dollar Tree gift box, and I decided I wanted to even go a little bit extra step further and decorate inside my gift box with this Dollar Tree silver wrapping paper. So what you do is just cut your wrapping paper the size of your gift box, and then you're going to hot glue that inside of your gift box, and here's how it should look once you're finished. The next step was to find some little mirrors. I found these mirrors at Dollar Tree and I lucked out. They had a little bit of extra glitter on the outside of them, but it wasn't any kind of fallout glitter, and it was so perfect. I went crazy when I found them because you guys know I love that extra sparkle and shine. I'm just going to hot glue them to the outside of my box, and I really lucked out because they fit perfectly on the outside of this box, and I didn't even buy them for this specific purpose, but I was so excited that they worked out for this DIY. The next step was to take some of this Dollar Tree bling wrap and just hot glue some bling wrap to the top part of the box where there's kind of a bit of a rough edge from where I added that paper to the inside. So I'm just using my hot glue gun, and I'm going to gently run the hot glue gun over the top of the box and then add that bling wrap. And this is kind of the tricky part for me and maybe for you, so be careful. This is easy when you're working with bling wrap to burn yourself because it's mesh kind of, and so just be careful. Have some spatula or some little finger protectors on hand, and then I'm going to add some more hot glue and just go ahead and run that back down the other part of the box. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, glue all that bling wrap to your box and make it look fabulous. The next extra fabulous step that I wanted to add to this box was to add these beautiful acrylic gems to the outside. So this is kind of fun, a little bit tedious, but you can just take a pack of the Dollar Tree acrylic gems and begin to hot glue them to the outside of the box. I see these beautiful acrylic boxes all the time at the high-end decor stores, and they're kind of pricey, and really you can buy one bag of the Dollar Tree acrylic gems and they cover so much. I was so surprised. I thought I was going to run out, but I really didn't. I believe I used just one pack to cover this entire box. So it was the Dollar Tree gift box, one pack of gems, and then 4 of the little mirrors. And I had myself a really cute glam makeup brush holder. This is going to go on my little beauty space and hold all my little goodies. Hopefully it'll help me stay a little bit more tidy. But check it out. I was so excited for how this turned out. I thought it looked so fun and fabulous on a budget. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you all how to create a DIY Dollar Tree snowy village. This is going to be a really fun and easy craft, and it is going to be something that you guys probably may already have the supplies on hand. So we're going to use Mod Podge and then just a long, actually old Dollar Tree sign, a couple of Christmas trees, and some little houses. So you're just going to take your Mod Podge, and really any glue or Mod Podge will do. And I'm just going to add a generous layer of Mod Podge to this sign. This is actually a Dollar Tree Halloween sign, and then I'm going to use a bag of fake snow and just sprinkle that all over my sign. So just get generous. You also, if you can't find the Dollar Tree fake snow, you guys go for it with some glitter or some Epsom salt or whatever you have on hand. You could even use salt, anything that looks like snow. The next thing I want to do is use some of these Dollar Tree little white village Christmas trees just to pop in here and make like this little snowy winter village setting. So I'm going to pop it right into here and just hot glue them onto here. And you really wouldn't even have to hot glue these onto here, but I thought it would help them stay and keep them from toppling over. Then I had these cute little light up houses from Target I thought I would pop into here that would make it look even more festive and fun for a little snowy winter wonderland idea. So I'm popping those onto here. Now I didn't glue those on there because I didn't want to add hot glue to, I think they have like a little battery operated thing. I wanted to be able to turn them on and off as well. This is also another little Dollar Tree tree. Again, this one has a little battery thing in it. So here is how it looks once I was all finished with it. I thought it was so perfect and fun for a snowy winter wonderland, and I even shared it with you guys out in our snow. Our snow sadly did melt today, but it was fun while it lasted, and hopefully we'll have some more. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you all how to create a DIY Dollar Tree glam mirror stand. So in one of the last DIYs, I shared with you all how to take a gift box and create a beautiful mirrored gift box. We are going to use the top part of this gift box and create a mirrored stand. So I love to repurpose and reuse, and we don't want to let this little pretty mirrored gift stand go to waste. So I'm taking this mirror and the top to the gift box and some blinged out little rhinestone ribbon and then these acrylic gems. And I'm going to remove the top part of that ribbon because we're not going to use that. And then I'm going to hot glue this little mirror to the top of my box. And lo and behold, it fit perfectly on top of this. So that's something to look for when you're picking up little gift boxes at Dollar Tree if you want to do projects. A lot of their gift boxes do fit perfectly with their little candle mirror. So look in their candle section is where you're going to find these mirrors. And then check their gift boxes and you may luck out like I did and they'll fit perfectly on there. So once that is dried, I'm going to go ahead and apply my bling wrap. Now always be careful when you're working with the bling wrap because it is a mesh, so it's easy to burn yourself, but I'm going to add some hot glue and then just begin to hot glue and wrap this around the entire project. And once I had that finished, I went in with some Dollar Tree acrylic gems just to really dazzle it up a little bit. And this step is, of course, is optional, but those little acrylic gems come a ton to a pack. I should probably look on there and see, but there's a ton of them on there and I had plenty to cover this entire little mirror tray with. You guys could always go in with some pearls as well. That might be really pretty, but you just add a generous little layer of hot glue, pop that gem on, and you have a very dazzling little stand, and really the sky is the limit on this. Have fun, go for it, and get creative. And here is how my mirrored stand turned out. I think it's perfect for my little candle. It goes with my mirrored glam little container that I created. I love it. I think it's fabulous. And it looks very high end to me on a teeny tiny budget. A great way to repurpose and reuse. So no scraps left behind. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you guys how to create a DIY Dollar Tree pizza pan sign. I'm going to use this merry and bright little gift box. I thought it had such a great little saying on it, as well as this pizza pan sign from Dollar Tree, or it's actually just a pizza pan, but we're going to turn it into a sign. This is the first time I've made this. You're going to have to give me some grace, you guys. So I'm going to take the pizza pan and I'm just going to trace out the size that I'm going to need this, and then I'm going to cut out my little cardboard box. Okay, you guys, the secret question for this video to enter the giveaway, it's a $100 Walmart gift card, is what is the weather like where you're all at? Comment down below. Is it 70 degrees or is it snowing? The next step is for me to add a generous layer of hot glue on the edge of my pizza pan and just begin to hot glue my sign all the way around my pizza pan. Now, I chose to make my sign as big as my pizza pan. I'm not sure if that was the right choice, but this is how I went about making this sign. The next thing I wanted to do was give my pizza pan a little bit of a frame with some of this nautical rope. So I'm just adding some hot glue and then hot gluing the nautical rope all the way around the entire edge of the little sign. Once I had that finished, I decided to create a cute little bow for the top of my sign using some of this Dollar Tree wired ribbon. I'm just going to make a cheap little bow. So I'm going to hot glue some ribbon together, just going end to end and then adding a little dabble of hot glue. This again is just like a little cheap bow or a little tuxedo bow. Then you're going to go ahead and trim that off. You can kind of pinch it in the center and then add it to the top. And then the next thing I want to do is create some tails, and I like to twist them and then just dovetail the end and then hot glue that little piece to the top. Again, get creative with it. Use whatever ribbon you have on hand and whatever ribbon matches your home decor. I'm going to hot glue this to the top of my little pizza pan sign. You guys know me. I love my bows and I cannot lie. I always have to bow it up, especially when it comes to a cute little sign like this. And now this is where it really gets fun. You guys can add some little beads. You can add some greenery, just whatever you guys love. Now, I did have a little bit of a tough time with my rope, but you guys have to give yourself grace, so I'm going to give myself some grace as well. I chose some beads for this project. I wanted to keep it kind of simple. I have been using a lot of greenery and whatnots throughout the holiday season, but I was thinking maybe for after the holidays, I may not want to have a whole lot of, stuff going on. Maybe I need to keep things a little bit more simple. If you've been following me for a while, that's a little bit hard for this girl to do. So we'll see how this goes. I'm itching to put some greenery or ribbon or something on here. So anyway.
So thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. It is a true blessing and honor to have you all here. If you all are new, welcome. I'm Olivia with Olivia's Urban Tech Home, and I love to share with you guys how you can make your home's boutique gorgeous on a budget. Listen, y'all don't have to break the bank to have a fabulous, amazing home. Now, you guys know the drill. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and punch that bell. Click all. It will update you every time I post a new video. Subscribing to a YouTube channel is totally free. It just means you're going to have some notifications in your email saying, hey, there's a new video from me. And I do post 3 DIY videos a week on YouTube, as well as several videos a day over on Facebook, to keep you guys inspired and plugged in and crafting, because I really feel like, truly in my heart, because I know that this is for me, to be true, is that crafting and decorating for me is just really therapeutic. It brings joy to my home, joy to my family. And so if it's good like that for me, I know it can be good like that for you. And I know everybody has a different skill level. And trust me when I tell you that I have been crafting since I was like a little bitty person. And so I feel like crafting and decorating skills, hey, they develop over time. So if you sit down to a project and you want it to look one way and it turns out to look another way, embrace that. Give yourself some grace. You can either give it away, you can toss it, you can work on it a little bit more, but every single time you sit down to do something, you're going to get a little bit better. So try to hang in there. And I want to encourage you guys, for everybody that's kind of started YouTube channels or crafting businesses, keep up the good work. You just never know when you're going to pop onto something that's really, truly what you're meant to do. Originally when I went to college, I was supposed to be an elementary school teacher, and then I was an activities director at a resort, and then now I'm here with you guys crafting. So I've always kind of been crafting and decorating along the way, or engaging in some type of teaching position. Although I was never a teacher. I was like a little elementary assistant teacher. It just ended up being that I was more suited for the activities director at the resort and whatnot. I had kiddos along the way, so I had a little Etsy business. So anyway, that's just a little backstory on me and how I got here, standing here talking to you guys. And I just want all of what comes out of me in this channel, and even in my comment section, you guys keep it positive vibes only. I feel like when we put out positivity into the world, even if we're feeling like the most absolute worst, if we put out positivity, guess what's going to come back to us? Positivity. Now, not always, sometimes it doesn't, but for the most part, if you're sowing those seeds of goodness, those seeds of beauty are going to plant and grow. So that's just like, I don't know, something I wanted to pass on to you guys, because I know there's so much going on out there in the world. And to be honest with you, I don't even really watch the news anymore because it got so toxic on my heart. And there's just so many other things I would rather be doing than feeling toxic and angry and upset about things that are going on that I have no control over. What I do have control over are these four walls in my heart, and being a positive influence in the world. So I just want to thank you guys so much for being here. And I just want to encourage you all, wherever you're at in your crafting and decorating journey, or in your life journey in general, to keep up the good work. And you guys might want to pop over to my Livy's Romantic Home Instagram page. I have been sharing stories every morning of just like a good morning cup of coffee, me having my coffee in the morning. I look at a prayer card every morning. I'm not always able to jump into a devotional. I need to be better about that, and I'm trying to be, but that little prayer card, I'll tell you what, it starts my day off right. And a lot of you all ask about where the prayer cards are from. They're from the Dollar Tree. They're in the checkout aisle. They're $1 for a whole little stack of them. And you can find some similar kind of prayer cards on Amazon if you check, or maybe even like, on some Christian sites or devotional sites or whatnot. I'm not sure. I've never tried to source them. I just always grab them from Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree actually has quite a bit of encouraging, God-oriented things. And so I kind of appreciate that about the good old Dollar Tree. It's been my go-to for pretty much all my life. So anyway, also, let me think. I'm trying to think. Oh, I've been having a little bit of a fitness journey as well lately. I've been popping into the gym after I dropped my daughter off, and I've been sharing different little things on my Instagram story about my gym journey. Some of you all have asked for me to elaborate, and I've only really been sharing it on my story. But what I do in the morning is I lift some light weights, and then I go and I spend an hour doing the elliptical machine, which is a cardio thing. I do have some health issues as far as neuropathy and some low back things going on, and so running on the treadmill is out for me. Sometimes I'll just walk my dog. That's my cardio. But I have been doing the elliptical, and I've gotten so much stronger. It's actually been something my doctor has been recommending for quite some time to really strengthen my core, and that will help with my back problems. And so, hey, I am going to encourage you guys and challenge you to get moving every day, just a little bit. For me, it definitely started out with just me walking my dog for 15 minutes. And I know the winter months are coming up. There's lots of resources on YouTube channel where you can even just walk in place. Where you can do some light exercises. You can even take some soup cans. But I know as we ladies and gentlemen get older, it's really, really important for us to strengthen our muscles. And, I was like, oh, well, I'm busy. But now that I'm working actually on doing some weightlifting, I really can tell such a big difference in how I'm able to be, a better mom, because I can last longer on my feet and do more things. And, so just anything that's going to help you guys feel a little bit better, I want to encourage you on. I really don't foresee myself, doing a whole fitness thing, but maybe in the new year, I'll share a little bit more. It's just not what I feel like is my strong suit, but you guys can check out my Instagram stories. I am sharing clips of those things. And I like to just share, different little things that I don't feel like particularly fit into my YouTube videos. I'm also feeding the local wrestling team, the high school wrestling team. I have volunteered as booster mom to help feed them, and I have a group of wonderful women that are doing that. So, you know, a lot of you all have been encouraging me and noticing that there are some different changes. And so, you know, changes and things happen in our life. And so what I'm trying to do with some of the changes that are going on in my life is just keep staying positive and putting one foot in front of the other, and, you know, continuing to do my crafts and just be who I am. So I thank you all for accepting me for who I am. I accept you all for who you are. And I just hope that you all keep going. And, you know, sometimes when I get up in the morning, I hurt really bad, you know, oh, my back hurts, or, oh, I feel kind of down. But you know, when I start my day with some praise and worship music, a little prayer card, and I get my body moving, I can just honestly tell you it keeps me out of any kind of funk that might be looming. And, you know, that funk can come back, but I definitely just try to keep going. So, hey, there's my big spiel for the end of this video. I hope you guys got some ideas for crafting and decorating, you know, after Christmas, or this can be through Christmas or whatnot. And remember, with any of my crafts, they may not be suited for your decorating style, but you can suit them for your decorating style by changing the colors of the paint or the bow colors, or, you know, the style of it, and make it fit your home. I used to decorate in a little bit more of like a, you know, pink and white kind of shabby chic romantic style. And I loved that style. I did that for so long, and it was really fun. And I still have like a really light color palette in my home, but I've moved kind of more into, maybe I would say, like French country look, bringing in some of the more bolder colors. And I think, you know, that happens when we change and get older or get tired of a style. Things will change. I still consider my home to be very cottage oriented. It's very cozy, and I always try to decorate, you know, really just cute. And so, you know, if it's something that you love, wonderful. If it's something that you don't love, wonderful. Just, you know, change things around to make it suit your home. And I don't really ever follow styles. I guess I kind of do a little bit, you know, because when you're out buying things, you kind of buy things that are that style. But I just choose things that I love, that make my heart sing. So anyway, I love y'all. I'm hugging all of your hearts so tight. We're looking forward to Christmas. I'm going to host Christmas in my home, and I'm excited about that. And today, right now, as I'm working on this video, I'm also cooking bacon to make turkey cheese bacon wraps. And I'll share that on my Instagram story, maybe a little clip of it, and just show you guys how I'm feeding this wrestling team. So let's say this weekend, I've got about 40 kids I'm making wraps for, and I'm doing pancakes for breakfast. So anyway, I love y'all to the minute back. I'm hugging all of your hearts so tight. I'm going to let you go. I hope you have a gorgeous, blessed day. That's Benji Bear, my puppy dog, being crazy as always. But thank you guys, and I'm wishing you a gorgeous, fabulous, blessed weekend. And until the next video, remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. We'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye-bye.